While spending money is a necessity, distinguishing between prudent spending and wasteful expenditures is necessary. The difference can significantly impact your financial future, differentiating between healthy savings and mounting credit card debt. Rather than halting spending altogether, the key lies in discerning where the adjustments should be made and identifying which expenditures you must curb or stop, ultimately leading you to long-term financial success. Today, we are going to talk about 8 different things that you should stop wasting your money on. Let's get into it. Moneymakers, welcome back to the channel where we make your money make sense for you. You may not notice a dollar here or a dollar there going to the wrong place if you're not paying attention. However, when it all adds up, all of these little expenses can equal to a whole lot of money wasted. That said, these particular items are things that you should not be wasting your money on. At the top of the list is eating out at restaurants. I know that you really want to eat out here and there, but if you compare the price of eating out to that of buying groceries and preparing a meal, you will find that eating out is twice as much as preparing your meals at home. Because of that reason, it's so important that you recognize that eating out should be a luxury and should not be something that you do on a daily basis or sometimes even a weekly basis. You should actually have some type of parameters around when to eat out to ensure that you're keeping those monies to invest and to save. Number 2 is oversized housing. I know many of you really had this American dream or this dream to buy a big house when you secure enough funding to do so. Well, I have you to know that having more house than you will cost you thousands of dollars, if not more. So really think about what it is that you need, those necessities in terms of space, and that is what you want to secure. It doesn't matter if you're buying or renting, only get the space that you really need, and I can assure you that you will have a huge cost savings. Number 3 is luxury cars. In order to drive a luxury car, it's going to cost you significantly, and your monthly payment will be astronomical. I know that many of you may say, well, I have the extra money, why not buy it on a car? Well, you want to make sure that whatever you're putting your money into is appreciating. And as you look at most cars, you're not going to gain very much, if any, type of value out of that car. And in fact, it's going to lose value immediately after you drive off the lot with it. So you really want to prevent from buying a luxury car unless you just have money to throw away. Number 4 is unnecessary clothing. I get it. We all need clothing in order to look presentable on a daily basis. And some of us really like name brand types of clothing. Before you go out and buy the name brand clothing, think about, do you really need it? And if you need it, only buy the things that you need, and it doesn't have to be name brand. It's high quality that matters. You can get high quality for a very low cost. If your clothes are in disrepair, then pay the price to get new clothing. But remember, high quality does not have to equate to high dollar or high spending. Extended warranties is another one. When you think about it, the vast majority of those maintenance agreements either expire before you even use them, or you just never even remember to call them, or you just plain don't use it for whatever reason. They are not being used. You should go ahead and get into your muscle memory, opting out of those warranties, because you're going to save thousands of dollars, especially in the United States, if you opt out of those warranties. That will be a huge cost savings, and you should capitalize off of it because chances are you're not going to use it. That's money in the wind. Daily cafe runs or trips to the cafe, going to get coffee. Believe it or not, of course you're not going to save a lot of money, but if you're anything like me, I drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day. If I'm lucky, I'll get 2 cups of coffee. But I can assure you that by staying out of the coffee shops and getting your K-Cups or making your ground coffee, which is even cheaper, by the way, You can save a lot of money that you ordinarily would be just wasting. I'm not saying stop drinking your coffee or your teas. What I'm saying is think ahead of time. Go ahead and buy those items from the supermarket so that you'll have them readily available no matter if you're at work or at home, and capitalize on that savings. I know when I started doing this years ago, I realized that I spent on average about anywhere from $100 to $170 a month on just going to the cafes and the coffee shops. So think about it, guys. Do you really need to pay that amount of money for that coffee when you can actually get your own at a much cheaper cost? The next one would be cable television. Have you looked at your bill for cable television? It is insane. It's insane, especially when there are so many streaming services that are available that will give you the same type of coverage at a much lower cost. I encourage you guys, before you pay the cable bill, and in my case years ago, it was $260 a month, I want you to think about looking at alternatives and seeing if you can reduce that cost. Because overall, you are spending a lot of money that you don't have to spend. And in essence, you're throwing that money away. It's a waste. Think about it, guys, and consider changing today. And the last thing is credit card interest. I know many people use credit cards, but it should not be an everyday occurrence unless you are paying off your credit card monthly or every 2 weeks. I can assure you that if you are not, you're paying interest, and that is money that you are giving away. You're giving it away, you're wasting it because you are failing to plan and budget accordingly. If you can, go ahead and stop living off of your credit cards or using your credit cards excessively unless you're able to pay it off once or twice a month. That is money that you definitely can put in your pocket or into your investment or into your savings for a large purchase. Guys, there you have it. I've given you 8 different ways to stop wasting your money, ways that you can cut back with very little effort and save a lot of money. I think you guys should definitely consider it, and let me know how it goes for you. And if you know of any additional ways that you can save money, put it in the comment section below. Until next time.